Okay, what we have here is the back of a 59 Chevy cab here. We welded in some replacement panels for some rust out, and then there's some sad looking seams back through here. So what I'm going to do is grind these down a little bit, try to get them smooth so we can get some Bondo back here and smooth. I know it's going to be out of sight and everything, but just kind of keeping things looking as nice as possible from all aspects here. So if anybody ever crawls underneath the truck and really wants to take a close look, it doesn't look all ragged and jagged there. And plus, once we paint it all up and coat it underneath here, it look sharp. So what I'm going to work with is this little angle grinder here with I'm going to try some 40 grit sandpaper discs on there, get back in there and knock some of that weld down here, make it easier to spread some Bondo and get it sticking a little bit later on. All right, so let's get grinding on this and see if we can get something going. All right, have some 40 grit paper on here. Oh, we got safety masks. Knocking my glasses off. Okay, I have both corners kind of roughed up in there, so we'll blow out all this dust here, and then we'll get some acetone and mix up a little bit of Bondo and put in some of these spots here and get everything kind of cleaned up and ready to do an undercoat. Okay, we've got this sanded up here. Spray some acetone on here, and then we'll go ahead and clean this up, and then we'll mix up some Bondo. Just have kind of an old Gatorade bottle with a hole slit in it, kind of to hold my acetone and spray it out. Clean it up here, and then if you knock it over, it doesn't like splatter all over the place. All right, now we're on the other panel here. Again, if you're working with acetone and stuff like that, it is always good to be working in a well-ventilated area here. I've got a good cross breeze going here in the shop. We got two doors open here, and of course no open flames around. Trying to take off any kind of grease and dirt so you get a good bond here. A good bond for the Bondo. Alright, pretty good there. Clean, let that dry out. Or let it dry out, we'll go ahead and scoop out some of our. Alright, now we'll run a little strip across here. Now, of course, you gotta remember to mix all this up, shake it, knead it and stuff, which I've done earlier. May have done it in an earlier video or not. Put a little bit of blue tape on the edge of my paper board to keep it from sliding around. That seems to help that. That's what I needed to do before I started on the other one, but you never know sometimes till you get started on stuff. All right. Okay, pretty well mixed here. We'll spread it out to keep it from, hopefully slow down the cure a little bit on us. Forcing it in, putting a little bit of pressure here. We'll go back and clean it up. These things are flexible, so kind of working in some curved areas. Things out a little bit here. So that sanding won't be such a beast. All I say is this is an art which I have not mastered, so all we can do is apply and reapply. It's starting to get firmed up here on me. Pretty much kind of at the point of no return. So we'll just let everything harden and we'll move on to some other parts here. We'll get your stuff cleaned up. So I have the motor kind of halfway tore apart there too for the 327, so to the point we're now having to order some parts for it to start putting back. Was able to verify that the exhausts have been upgraded back whenever it was last rebuilt to have the steel sleeves in there, so that won't have to send it off to the machine shop. All right, I'm going to start off with a little bit of 40 grit paper, a little Durablock. Use the smaller one. Rough this out. these in here, like I said, X's. I'm trying my best. Again, this is just under the cab here. Good area to practice. Let's go over to the other side here. Should be a little not cured as much. Again, you should probably wear a face mask on this here. Let me go get one on while we're doing this, and I probably won't be talking as much. Keep most of that stuff out of my lungs. Knock off some of these, so you can see how it's kind of there. Not a very good job, but that's where sandpaper makes up for it. So get your elbow grease in. Should probably go get a longboard for this. Alright, just standing up and underneath there. Again with some 40 grit paper, just trying to drop things down. Get back in here with the hand. All right, have longboard. Getting back to the longboard. Okay, I'm gonna fill and go back and mix up some Bondo, fill in here and back on the other side, get that set up and ready to go, bring y'all back in. I'm pretty much done here. I'm gonna have to call it quits for today. So we'll just start to just clean some stuff up. We'll start some sanding on this next time we're around. Bring you back a little bit later, but thank you for chucking around. And Bondo here. Or filler, but this brand I am actually using Bondo here. So that's probably way too much. Squirt, but you know, maybe work faster.